Stephanie George with Bruins Realty Group.
And I'm Chasity Small.
And today we're continuing part 2 of money needed for your purchase of your home.
So today we're going to talk about closing costs, lender fees, attorney fees, and inspections. And get in more in detail as far as what inspections could be ordered as far as your preference go for your purchase. So today we want to go over some of the closing costs as far as lender fees, attorney fees, inspections, appraisals. And as far as the lender and the attorney goes, those fees can be different just on your preference of who you're going to choose when you close. However, we can get onto the inspections and some of the costs, at least an average or a range of what they would be like when you're purchasing. Let's start with the inspections. Most people want a home inspection just because it's going to look over everything, cover most of everything, and then they can get in to see if they need to have additional inspections as far as like maybe an HVAC inspection or a structural engineer coming out. However, the basics will be your home, your radon, your pest, and potentially an HVAC certification just to go ahead and get that done as well. Range for these as far as money goes or savings that you might want to go ahead and consider. An inspection can go from $350 and higher potentially. It's mainly based off of the age of the home and the square footage of the home. As far as an HVAC, I've seen them range from anywhere from $80 to $130 per unit. It just depends on who you're going to be using. As far as pest goes, they usually range from about $50 to $75. And as far as the radon, those typically, it depends on the inspector as well, can range from $100 to $140. Most people might want to get a survey because they like to know, the parameters of their home, the lot lines, where they can put things, or potentially like a pool or a swing set. So those typically can run, I've seen from $500 and up. The most I think I've seen is probably around $859. Again though, that depends on how big, the lot's going to be, how, what kind of survey you're going to be getting, whether it's just the lots or you want a map to go with it. So different specifics as far as the range goes. However, these are the most common ones. I think you were structural because you heard me. However, that's not really a common one.
Sorry.
If we have to have a structural engineer, it'd be something that we want to look into a little further. However, we don't want to use those, or at least have that concern.
What about the appraisal?
The appraisal. So that is something that you also want to get done during the home inspection or the due diligence period that they talked about in the video before. Because this is going to be kind of like what they're valuing your house at on the market. So potentially, it's under market, we want to know that before the due diligence period ends. However, most of the time, if everything's been looking, the listing agent's doing everything right, the comps can justify it, the appraisal shouldn't be an issue. And that can usually range, I think, $500 and up.
So this gives you just a small idea of what the closing costs are and what they can include, but obviously it's different for every house. So you can definitely give us a call. We'll let you know what to expect.
And once again, we just want to point out these could be additional costs. This is not mandatory for every purchase. It's just more of what's your preference of what you want to know when you're going into buying the home. We just want to point out some of the key specifics for you. However, your agent would be happy to go over more in detail with you about this, potentially even negotiating getting a seller to pay for some of these costs, or even giving you some education on how to go ahead and start saving up for when you are going to close.
Thank you so much for joining us on our part 2 of money needed to purchase a home. You can always go to our website, www.bruinsrealtygroup.com, or comment below if you have any questions. And feel free to give us a call as well if you want any specifics.
Thanks. It's Chasity and Stephanie signing off.
Bye.